Have you ever wondered how much a new Amazon seller could actually make in a year? Well, in this video, we're going to dive into my year-end numbers for 2024 and see just how much money I actually made. If you're new to the channel, I'm Taylor the Ecom RN. I started selling on Amazon in the end of 2023, and I went on to actually leave my full-time job as a nurse to pursue e-commerce full-time. And now that 2024 has come to an end, it's time for me to go back through the books and see how things went. So let's get into it. All right, so here's my sales dashboard. I've put in all of last year, so January 1st, 2024 through December 31st, 2024. And you can see over the course of that year, I made $354,000 in sales. So again, that's a revenue figure. That's my top line revenue for sales on Amazon, specifically my physical products on Amazon FBA. That is one part of my business. The other part is my KDP account or my self-publishing account. So let's pull that up and see how much revenue I generated from my book sales. Okay, so here is my last year's worth of royalties. Again, you can see this is January 1st through December 31st of 2024. This is all of my books. And overall, I did $28,000 in royalties for the year. Okay, but as you know, these are top line revenue numbers. This is not my net profit. So let's break this down in a little bit more detail. So coming over here to my Helium 10 profits dashboard, you can see again, this is for last year, and my overall net profit for Amazon products that I sold via Amazon FBA for last year was $94,000 in net profit. Now for the royalties on Amazon KDP, it was a little bit more tricky. I had to pull all of my ad spend into a spreadsheet here for my Amazon KDP account. So that's what these figures are here. And so if we scroll down here, I've actually gone ahead and just added up all of these monthly ad expenses into one figure at the bottom. So I spent $8,700 on ads over the course of the year. So if we subtract that from the $28,000 that I made in royalties, we get a net profit of $19,000 and some change in net profit. I was just curious. This breaks down to a little over $1,600 in monthly net profit from just my KDP account, just my self-published books. But even this isn't the whole story, right? Because on top of ad spend and product costs, I also have other business expenses such as freelancers and software that I use. So to get the real end of the year numbers, we actually have to go into my QuickBooks account where I do all my accounting for this business. Okay, so here's my profit and loss report on QuickBooks for January through December of 2024. And you can see here, this is categorized all of my expenses as well as all of my income. And if we come all the way down here to my net income, the final figure here is $103,409 in net income from all of my business, both my FBA products and my KDP self-published books for the entire year of 2024. So $103,000 for the year in net income isn't bad. It's not as much as I was hoping, but I did cross that six-figure mark, so that's kind of cool. If you're curious, as I was, that breaks down to about $8,600 a month in net income. Of course, this is before taxes, so that's a bummer. So we're going to see how much I get charged by the government to do business here in the United States, specifically in California. So that's not going to be fun, but that's the nature of the game. We're trying to scale things up here. I have some plans for 2025 in the hopes of obviously building this business and creating more money. Towards that end, I do want to make a video about some of the things I learned over the course of this first full calendar year of selling, particularly here. You'll notice the end of September coming into November, there's this pretty steep downtrend in my sales revenue on Amazon. And this is because I had a pretty big issue with one of my best-selling products. So in the next video, I want to break down kind of some of the mistakes that I made, a couple of my flop products, a couple products that I launched in 2024 that were total failures, and one of the big hurdles that I faced in the end of 2024 here that I hope to be fixing as we speak coming into 2025 to hopefully turn this trajectory around to look something more like this for 2025. So if that sounds interesting, stay tuned for the next video. We'll break down the top 3 things that I learned and the top 3 mistakes that I made in 2024. If this video gave you some insight into what you could reasonably expect to make selling on Amazon, please leave a like. If you have any questions, leave a comment. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.